Hello there and welcome to the new dashboard or infographic, I would say, which I have created in Tableau. So I took the inspiration from the website Dribble for one of the users or one of the graphic designer who have created it, let's say someone maybe in Adobe Photoshop or maybe in some other tool. But then what I thought is how we can develop this into the Tableau, right? So let me first show you the where it is present over here. So this is the one, this is a website, and I'll put the link also in description. So that way you can click over here on this link and come to this page, right? So this is in sort of an infographic. It's about active users, total in-apps time. So this is, I think, a comparison of the devices that you have, then how many users you have, what are the top actions that are being driven, and all of that. And I have used the inbuilt the sales data set over here. If you see, like unique customer, unique orders, average profit per customer, things like those, right? And then down below over here, some sales profit and quantity, because the idea honestly was to create a similar type of layout which is present over here and try to follow as much as possible, right? Because in some cases there may be restrictions in the Tableau as to how much you can really truly replicate what is being, let's say, created in PowerPoint or Adobe Photoshop or a similar tool. So I took the inspiration from this and I like creating dashboards, so I thought, how about let's create this one. So it took me close to 4 hours to create this dashboard and put everything into a structure, right? So what I'm going to do is explain everything. So two things you can do from here. Either you can come over, you can go to the link that is present in the description and download this template from here. Let me go back. In the Tableau, the main link is basically what you will going to get is the datasets folder. In that, you will going to get the Tableau dashboard templates. Within that, you have the sales infographic along with all the others template that I have, right? So this is the sales infographic template that is present over there. All right. So you can download and play around with that, what I have done, or you can follow along with me, pause multiple times as you feel good, and while I'll explain how I have created this in a bit of a summarized fashion. Otherwise this video will be 2 hours long, right? So what are we doing? As you can see, we are following this structure. So I know this is the concept I have in my mind, right? A good looking one pager sort of an infographic. And then how we are starting is with the KPIs, a chart like this, which is indicating compared to the highest sales, right? In other months, what are the sales that we are having, right? And then down below, what are our top product subcategories, device breakdown, a look like this, right? And then the comparison of, for example, in office supplies, 85% versus 15% is nothing but if you take overall value, 85% is the sales, 15% is the profit. So scenario like those. In some case like this one, this calculation may not make a whole lot of sense, honestly, but what you can do is you can follow this to create your own chart, right? So main idea is how we can create a design and how we can follow the settings that we need. All right, so now let's start with the KPIs and all. So where is the KPI? So this is our first KPI where we are creating a unique customer. As you can see, I have given the background, right? So background is nothing but you can right click, go to the format, in the shade, in the sheet, you have this background. The color for this is, let me just show you, this is the color 1E8 DBF in case you want to follow along, right? So this is a hex color which you can note it down and put it when you are creating a dashboard like this. Okay, so this is this, and then we are getting a unique customer. So unique customer is a calculated field that I have created. Here is a unique customer. So if I bring it over here. This is nothing but distinct count of customer name. Okay, so this gives me how many overall unique customers that we have in our database. Then we are creating this line under it to indicate what it is. So for this, you come over here in text, right? I'll just expand that. So this is unique customer, this is your symbol 12, and this is the color, shading of the color. Similarly for this one, 793, 72 I think is the highest, 72 Tableau bold and white. Okay, so this is how we were going to create this 793. After that, you have the KPI 2. Now if you follow along, just one information I'll pass on, that I conduct the online training for the Tableau advanced dashboards, right? So if you are interested in creating dashboards that are as good looking as this one, as well as advanced in their functionality in terms of the real-time sort of business dashboard, then you can join my training, and all where I cover 10 different dashboards from 10 different industry. That is something helpful for building your skills and building your data analyst portfolio. And I'm pretty confident that once you complete all of my dashboards and exercises that I give, you will be able to take up to a new project quite easily as a dashboard project. All right. So the second one is what we have, the unique orders. Unique orders again is nothing but distinct count of the order ID. If I am not wrong, yeah, you have the order ID. So this is a distinct count of order ID and the same configuration. Let's move on to the KPI number 3, which is nothing but sales. So you can bring the sales, which is a field already available, to here directly, and you just need to do a bit of a formatting like I have done. So you come over here, click on format, and in the numbers choose the currency, 0 decimal places, display unit should be thousands. It's okay, right? And you will going to get a value like this. Then at the top, what we are having is the total sales. Some space I'm giving, right, as per the need. So it's a symbol, the size is 12, and the color that I'm having is this one. Okay, so you have the KPI number 3. Similarly, KPI number 4, profit, which is here. The KPI number 5 is your quantity, which is here, right? Now over here, if you see, for quantity, profit and sales, for total sales, total profit, total quantity, I'm having a value like customer with highest sales value, customer with highest profit value, and customer with highest quarterly value or quantity value. So this is nothing but your KPI1 text over here. So KPI1 text is nothing but what I have done is I have taken the customer name and pull it over here, then applied a filter over here, added filter. So this is the top section in the filter, top 1 sales sum. Give me the highest, the customer which is having the highest sales value. Similarly for profit, same configuration, just I need to go in and change the sales to profit. In third case, I need to change it to quantity, and it gives me the name. Okay, so that way I get my these 3 names, right? So this is this, and after that, what do I need is basically this bar chart. So this bar chart is present over here. So the bar chart, as you can see, is following two calculation. One is the sales. So this is sum of sales, which is actual bar, which is in white, right? And then a formula, which is window max formula. That is nothing. If I double click over here, under the window max, sum of sales. So what window max does is it picks up this value, which is the highest value of sum of sales, and creates a bar for that. So what I have done is nothing but I have created a dual axis, as you can see, and just cleared everything over here and just done bit of a formatting. As you can see, for example, for these bars, right, I have chosen this value and make it opacity 50%. That way it is trimmed down in terms of colors, or toned down in terms of color. For this one, right, I think chosen this one only, but with the 100% opacity. So they should highlight because they are actual values. So that way this value is created. And then average profit per customer is also part of this. Average profit per customer, which is nothing but I think I created the average profit per customer. So this is this calculated field. If I show you, it's nothing but sum of profit divided by customer count. Distinct customer count gives me the value of 361.2 is the average. So this should be average sales per customer ideally. I have incorrectly put it. Oh no, I have properly put it. I thought I have mentioned sales. So that this is good. We don't have any issue. So once we are done with this, then what we will going to do is, so up until here this section is complete. Then this one, right, where you have in the pie in the middle, and then the color fonts is, let's say, like this, and you have binders, you have chairs, so on and so forth. And actually you don't need to show these labels, so we can actually hide it down, right? So where it is over here. So that way the whole idea is that we show the categories or the legends like this. And I have done some settings. The first setting is the pie. So the pie is nothing but with the help of the pie chart, what we are first thing first is we are adding two, basically this min 0 is a dummy calculation that we are adding, right, and making it a dual axis. So for first calculation we are selecting the pie, and even for the second calculation we need to select pie. But if you see, for second pie we don't have any configuration, but we have chosen the color as white because this is a white section in the middle. Okay, and then for the first calculation, what we are doing is on the colors we are putting the subcategory, right, and then on the angle needs to be your measure. So profit in this case, if you see, we're going to create a pie like this. You may have to adjust the size, right, after once the dual axis is present, and then you will be able to do that. Now in that, what we are doing is we are showing the top 6. So if I go into the subcategory filter, top 6 by profit, so only the top 6 value, which are these values, right? Now for these values I need to create a separate legend. So separate legend is present over here, if you see, which is coming in the front end like this, and square 2 is like this, which is coming over here. So what I have done is I have chosen the shape, right, subcategory, right, and for subcategory I have created a set, and set is based on the top 3 and next 3 values. So this is the top 3 and this is the next 3. So ideally what I have done is I have basically used the same thing in similar pie configuration, but instead of pie I am showing the shape, and shape is nothing but this filled shape, and then color that I have chosen is the one which I have earlier highlighted, and then the different shades of that color, the darker, the lighter, and so on and so forth. So think about this, that you have top 6 value, and for first 3 value I have created a set. So subcategory set 1, which is this. So if I show you editing the set, these are the first 3 values that I have selected, and I have put it here in filter. That way my first 3 values are coming. Now for next 3 I have a set number 2. So if I come over here and show you edit set, this is my machine, storage, and tables. But in this case I am putting the values over here with the help of the label alignment. So if you see, this is the label, and the label is first profit should come, then the subcategory, and this is the setting for number, and this is setting for the text, and then alignment is right. So in that way it goes over here, give us the look and feel that we first put this value, the first sheet, which is square 1, is over here, then we bring in the pie, and the third one we bring in the square, right? So this is what it is. And while we are creating the dashboard over here, this one is more like a text. So if I double click, this is the text which I have brought it over here, that is creating the title for us. Okay, so once we have done that, what do we have is the next section, which is a device breakdown. So I have this category breakdown. So the background is all that same color. In the pie, what we are showing is the category, the furniture, office supply and technology with the help of the color, right? And this device breakdown is coming over here on the text. This is nothing but a custom field which I created, device breakdown. So if you see, where are you? Device breakdown is a calculated field. It has nothing but the same name, device breakdown, as you can see. So it is coming over here in label, and this is how I am putting it, and then adjusting it over here with the help of left top. So this is where it is coming. Once I have done that, I need the technology. So for technology, what we are choosing is so here is a small setting which is going on. So here first equals to true, right? So what is going on is over here, if you see, this is the first calculation which I'll show you in a minute, but let me just complete the configuration. So first is category. Once you will put the category, you will going to get the three categories. Technology, what is that? Technology, office supplies and furniture, right? But we need the first one, which is technology in this case. So we are bringing the profit and the profit percentage, which is the percent of total. So you will going to get the three basically over here, and then you will going to bring in the filter over here, which is first, and the calculation for this is the last equals to 2. And this is an interesting, because what happens is if you choose last, so we know that there are three values. If we say last equals to the 0, we will going to get the last value which is coming over here. Last equals to the 1 will going to give you the middle value, and last equals to 2 will going to give you the first value. So the first value is actually the last value in this case. So last equals to 2 will give us the technology, right? So we will going to get that. And then for office supplies, we have second value, second equals to true. So here you have the second calculation over here, last equals to the 1, and third calculation is home office, is this, last equals to the 0. Okay, so this is done for this calculation. So once this is done, I think the final calculation what we need is this 2, right? So what do is we come over here in category percentage, and this is where we bring the measure values to the column, right, and measure names to the filter. And from here we will going to choose only the profit. So right now this is a added calculation which I'll explain, but what you will going to get is only the sum and the profit and sales, only these two calculation. And measure names need to be here on color to get the two colors code, which is for these two values. So what is going over here is sum of profit is being divided by the sum of sales plus sum of profit to get the 100% chart. Similarly, sum of sales is divided by the sum of sales plus sum of profit to get the 100% value, or these sort of a stack chart. So that indicates 98% in this bar is sales and 2% is the profit. But here 85% is the sales, 15% is profit in terms of value. Now you may have your own calculation if you are creating it, and for the stack chart, that way you can conclude this. However, what I wanted to show you is how you will going to bring in the values or the formula over here, as well as the setting which will give you the 100% stack chart. After that, what you have is finally the top profitable products. So top profitable products, as you can see, is couple of things going on over here. First we bring the product name, then we bring the profit over here. Profit is filtered, no sorry, when I say filtered I mean colored Tableau bold 12, and this is the color which I have given you the color code already. Once you have done that, what we need is basically the top 5. So what I have done is, since as per the requirement of the infographic we need the numbering over here, I created the index field. Index does nothing but it creates the index as the name suggests, like 1 2 3 4 5, and then I have put the filter on index, which is just selecting the first 5 values, is because I have sorted this visualization with the on the product name, and sort is present over here. Sort descending profit, and aggregation is sum. So top 5 will going to give the first 5 will going to give the top 5 values. Okay. So once we have done that, we come over here in dashboard, and the dashboard layout, like in many of my previous videos I have explained, this is the layout that we need to read, that we have this as a vertical layout. You have first row, second row, third row, fourth row, and fifth row, and finally the sixth row. So it is nothing but vertical layout. As you can see, this indicates one top of another, the layer, right? And in each layer, then you have a horizontal layer. Like first layer is this, then you have bring in the horizontal containers one top of another, and basically bring in each visualization step by step. So this is where most of your time will go, where you will first choose the vertical container, and within vertical container you will keep bringing the horizontal container one top of another and keep bringing these visualization. And another important part which you need to take care is the padding. For example, if you see it over here in the layout, here the padding is creating a lot of lot of importance in terms of getting the final layout. For example, over here by default 4444 comes for outer padding, but I have reduced it to 0, right? And then what we have is, let me just expand this because I won't be able to okay, I can select this one. For this one, this is nothing but blank with the background color of this. So this is nothing but acting as a divider, if you will see, right? So this is acting as a divider, right? Giving you a look and feel like there is a divider which is present. That is nothing but a blank with the background color of this. And the padding I have set is something like this. First thing first, I uncheck all side equal, top 30, bottom 30, left 4, right 4, and the width will be 10. That gives us a small thin line, right? And then we have this one, which is another 0000 as outer padding, and there is none background. Okay. Once you have this is then another one. In this horizontal, we need to bring in this vertical because we have one chart and second chart, right? Two sheets which are coming. So this is one top of another. So this is a vertical layout. So over here, we are bringing in first the bar chart, right? And then below to that, we are bringing in this average profit per customer. So that's how we can make any customization that we need once we get an idea about how we need to bring everything together in the containers, and that becomes quite easy then to configure without an issue. After that, we have this container which is again a horizontal. If you see, this is a vertical container, but this vertical container, if I double click again, is in the horizontal container, right? So this is a horizontal, but each individual container is your vertical container where two sheets are coming. One is the KPI number 3 and the text value of KPI number 3. Similarly, this one and this one. Similarly, this one and this one. So we basically slowly create an infographic image. Then we add the text box, bring the text box and bring it over here, just below to that. And then a horizontal layout container. If you see, this is again a horizontal side by side. So this horizontal layout, when you will bring in, so first you will bring the square 1, then you will going to bring the pi, and then third one is the square 2. Okay. Finally, what you will not finally but second last thing is this device breakdown. Again horizontal layout, right? Nothing which I have not shown you, but horizontal layout. This one, you will bring the container, and then you will going to first bring the category breakdown, then the technology, then the OS, office supplies, then furniture. I think I incorrectly named it as HO, which is nothing but home office. I think that is a customer segment but not the category breakdown. Okay. So that basically gives us a feeling like this. Then what is going over here in the padding 0404, which is nothing but from the left and right, it is 00. Similarly, if you see this one, same setting 0404, same setting 0404, same setting 0404 is giving us a look and feel of this, right? One correction which I have noticed, and this needs to be done. So furniture, right, is the lowest value, which is this one. So this needs to be, the color needs to be in alignment with what we have it over here. I think it's slightly different. So that is a correction. Similarly for office supplies, this color needs to be the office supply, and technology is this one. So that is the only small color correction which will be needed. Finally, what we need is the furniture. Over here again a horizontal, so we'll bring one more horizontal container down below over here, and we will first bring in this bar chart, and then side to that profitable products, and then a blank which is giving you a divide sign, like a white sign, right, white line. So that is over here. If I show you in horizontal container, as you can see in horizontal, all of this is horizontal, and this one is also horizontal where we have this line, right? So what is the width? 2, right? Color is white. 0, 30, 0, 30 based on my configuration, right? So this is something you will follow, and finally you will going to get this layout. Not so easy for sure, like I have just explained. I know that I have spent designing this entire piece. It took me close to 45 minutes to 1 hour, right? So that is when I have designed, or I have worked on multiple dashboards and designed in a way. So I can completely be with you if you are taking anywhere around, if you are a beginner and taking around 2-3 hours, perfectly fine, no issues, but make sure you practice it, right? And you get a final layout like this, which is more of an infographic image, and you get or you can showcase this solution to your management, build your data analyst portfolio, so that you impress your next employer. But yes, like I said, I provide the trainings, and if you are interested, right, then you can reach out to me. Email is flashed out all across my tutorial, so that way you know how to reach out to me. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll meet you in the next video with a new topic.